All right, man. Black Star Sports TV coming at you once again, man. Coming at you once again. Well, you know, this is a kind of an update, man. I don't know what's going on in the sport of boxing, what is happening, but Eddie Reynoso and his camp, man, is looking very suspect, man. He had another fighter pop dirty from his camp. That's the 7th fighter out of that camp that has popped dirty. Something's going on there, and it needs to be rectified, man. Eddie Reynoso's going to have to clear some guys out of his camp or something, man. But that does not look. That's not a good look. Not a good look at all. Could be some investigations going on or something, because these guys are popping dirty, and they're not popping dirty all for the same thing either. So that's making me wonder. Hey, this is more than just a one. Like you could say clenbuterol. Well, they're just sliding clenbuterol and it's just going through. It's clenbuterol. It's these other steroids and stuff like. It's complicated stuff. Because I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but it's complicated stuff. But we know we can't have this in the sport of boxing, man. People are putting their life on the line, so there should be some type of investigation, because. We've had fighters lose their life, man, and look at the Jin Sasaki fight the other week with Brian Norman. The guy got knocked out, and for a month he didn't know where. He had no recollection of the last month. These guys are putting their life on the line, so the sport has to do its due diligence to keep these guys healthy as best that they can. It's the fight game and it's the hurt game. There's going to be some levels of that, but we got to keep that to a minimum as much as we can, and try to protect these guys so they can have some life after boxing, and even the fact that there can be an after boxing, Don't know what really is going on here, but there's some questions and they need some answers. But it's not a good look for Eddie Reynoso, man. I remember Panama Lewis back in the day. He was Aaron Pryor's trainer. A good buddy of mine, Louis Resto, his father was banned for life from boxing because of what happened to him. And it's shameful, man. And then those were less fighters coming out of one camp. Now you have 7 guys out of one camp now. Something got to be done there, man. I respect Eddie Reynoso and think he's a hell of a trainer. This is something he has to do something about this. If he doesn't do anything about this, man, then he's gonna make me feel like he's liable or in some way knows what's going on, because it makes no sense at all. And to be an honorable guy, this is not something that you should ever tolerate, especially in the sport of boxing. These guys are, like I said, they put their life on the line to entertain us, man. And a lot of these guys need to go on to a life after boxing, man. We've seen this many times with Gerald McClellan, Meldrick Taylor. These guys, coming out the sport and they damaged. They can't form sentences and stuff and can't really live life, man. Even Wilfredo Benitez, one of the best of all time, the youngest champion of all time. It's sad to see, man. And boxing has to look out for these guys, man. And hopefully Eddie Reynoso will make some adjustments or find out something and get this resolved somehow, because this can't keep happening. It's always going to be a stain over what they do in that camp if something's not done about it. Canelo did pop, but I think since then he's done a good job of keeping clean and staying away from that, even though they raised the levels for him for the clenbuterol. But at least there hasn't been any more infringements or any other type of PEDs. So we'll see. Once again, I'm Black Star Sports TV. Hey, man, thanks to everybody subbed up and subscribed, man. Appreciate you, man. Like, comment. Let me know what you think in the comments there. And look out for me going live here probably maybe this weekend. I do a little pop-up live, man. Get my boy Basement, maybe a couple of the fellas back through here. It's been a while since we chopped it up. Other than that, man, Black Star Sports TV, I'm out.